Hello and welcome back to Unbox the podcast. I'm Sahar Huneidi Palmer and I'm here to guide you on your journey, not just reaching but maintaining the peak of your performance. Today, we're diving deep into what it truly means to stay at the top of your game in every aspect of your life. Sustaining excellence is a challenge. In today's fast-paced world, it's tempting to seek quick fixes for deep-seated challenges. However, true excellence, sustained excellence, requires more than fleeting, quick remedies. It demands self-mastery, which is a commitment to continually growing and adapting. Self-mastery isn't about adopting cookie-cutter solutions, which are often promoted by so-called gurus. It's about being self-aware to shape a personalized approach that integrates your body, your mind, your emotions, and hold yourself accountable to turning this process into actions. This holistic approach guarantees that you are aligned and coherent. All your responses are coherent with all aspects of being human. We are complex beings, so there is more than one factor that affects us transforming our lives. Let's talk about mastering holistic self-development. Every mentor or guru has their own methodology, but really the core principle remains the same. True development needs to be holistic. This is because human beings are multifaceted. Let's break what this means down. I call these facets the 4 dimensions of change. If you want to change anything in your life, it's got to be along these broad 4 dimensions. And all the little changes will filter down so that you have an integral development or progress. If you want to transform your life, consider this holistic approach, the 4 dimensions of change, so that your development as a person and your performance are not lopsided. You can't just develop intellectually and ignore emotional intelligence, for example. To be at the top of your game, you need to understand how these dimensions, the physical, the emotional, the mental, and accountability to your actions, interact. They influence each other all the time. So your physical state affects your emotional state. Your emotional response stems from your belief system. Your mindset influences how you respond emotionally, and how your emotional state dictates whether you're going to hold yourself responsible to things you've done or not done. So how do they affect your performance? And how mastering these aspects can lead to sustained success? Let's pause for a moment. Reflect on these 4 dimensions in your life, in your own life right now. How balanced are these aspects in your life? Are they in harmony? Or is one aspect dominating at the expense of the others? This balance is critical for long-term success in any avenue of your life. I once worked with a client, let's call her Emily. Emily was a high achiever, which meant that her professional and mental dimensions were highly developed. Astute woman. However, she often neglected her physical and emotional well-being. This imbalance became apparent when she faced a personal crisis, and she found that she didn't have the emotional resilience or physical health to cope effectively. We worked together to create a more balanced lifestyle. This involved setting boundaries at work and the need to reduce stress, incorporating regular physical activity, for example, in her routine, and dedicating time to nurture her emotional well-being through meditation, through meaningful social interactions, cutting down on social calendar that was completely depleting her, a variety of things that we brought together to really give her more quality time that she can focus on her well-being. Over time, Emily noticed that she not only felt healthier, but was also more productive and more fulfilled in her work. Speaking of stress, when I ask clients an abstract question like, "Who are you?" many respond with their job titles, often overlooking their creative potential or creative abilities. Yet creativity is the expression of our consciousness. It teaches the brain to reflect, perceive, apply, and solve problems. Creativity isn't just an activity. It's an essential part of our human identity. It is integral to how we express and understand ourselves beyond our professional roles. In the hustle of striving for peak performance at work, it's important to remember that nurturing our creative expression through artistic hobbies can be incredibly beneficial. Very often a client would say, "Oh, but I go to Pilates or I play tennis." Fantastic. That's looking after your physical body. But that doesn't allow you the opportunity to be creative, to express who you are at the core of your being. Engaging in creative activities, be it painting, writing, gardening, photography, or playing music, should be pursued without judgment of how skilled you are at it. No one is going to see what you do. It's a quality time or a quality activity between you and yourself. True values lie in pleasure. These activities bring a lot of pleasure, a joy that can ease stress and recharge you, making you more capable of sustaining high performance in all areas of your life. Focusing on creativity can also help you discover new dimensions of how you see yourself or of your identity. And it can unblock your potential, a potential that you never imagined to have. Some prominent individuals who have successfully engaged in creative pursuits are really all around us, such as painting or designing alongside their main careers. For example, King Charles III, who's known for his watercolor paintings. King Charles has been painting for many years and often paints landscapes from his travels. Winston Churchill, for example, the British Prime Minister during World War II. Churchill was an avid painter. His works, mostly landscape, provided him solace during tumultuous times. Sylvester Stallone is another one. He's best known for his roles in action movies, but Stallone is also a painter. His art is influenced by his personal experiences and the world of cinema. Tony Bennett, renowned singer, was also a passionate painter. His works have been displayed in several art galleries. And my final example for you today is George W. Bush, the former US president. He took up painting after leaving office. His subjects often included world leaders and veterans. So it isn't about not having the time to develop it. It's about this is essential for your well-being. And it also brings the 4 dimensions of change into alignment. Back to Emily. For Emily, her transformation was possible because she learned to value all dimensions of her life equally and integrating them in order to find the right balance every day, week, and month. She realized that long-term success isn't just about excelling in one area that pays the bills, for example, but by nurturing all parts of oneself. Now think again about your life. Which areas do you feel are well tended? And which ones might be lacking attention? Understanding this balance is critical for sustained success, because when one area is lacking, it will eventually determine all the other areas in your life and how they operate. I encourage you to take a few minutes today to assess these dimensions. Perhaps jot down what you discovered about yourself. Are your activities and goals leading to a balanced life? If not, what steps can you take today to bring harmony into these dimensions? By holding yourself accountable to the goals that you want to achieve, you can begin to monitor where your energy goes and how much you value that goal. When we talk about peak performance, keep in mind the role of flexibility and change. Life is nothing but a series of changes, often unpredictable changes. If we're not in a flexible mindset or attitude, or if we're unable to modulate, retract, and fine-tune our approach, we risk not only stagnation, but also potential setbacks in these areas of our lives. Another important factor in sustaining peak performance is authenticity. Authenticity in action is essential in maintaining your peak performance. It's not just about being honest with others, it's about being true to yourself in every role that you play during the day, the week, the month, your life, at whatever level, and whether it's at work or at home or in a social setting. You need to be you, no matter what the role is and what level you're at. When you're authentic, even as an executive, your actions and decisions stem from a place of deep alignment and a sense of deeply knowing your values and beliefs. This integrity is what sustains high performance and fulfillment in a journey that you will enjoy, instead of stressing and burning out. Staying at the top of your game isn't a destination. It's a continuous journey. It involves regularly assessing where you're at and making the necessary adjustments. Don't forget holding yourself accountable, which for me, in my view, is extremely empowering. If I messed it up, I can fix it. If you have found today's episode helpful, please subscribe and leave a review when you can. It helps others discover the power of staying at the top of their game. Until next time, keep unboxing your potential, and I hope that you will stay at the top of your game.